In today's busy and competitive world, we are often caught up in the stress and chaos of relationships, work, and society. But have you ever stopped to think about what really makes you valuable? What makes people want to be around you? Imagine yourself as a lighthouse in the middle of a huge ocean. The Stoic philosophy, which is based on calmness, self-control, and wisdom, will help you become that lighthouse that shines brightly and stays steady through the storms. When you really understand and follow these principles, you not only create a peaceful and happy life for yourself, but you also become a powerful source of inspiration for those around you. Join us as we look at the 7 Stoic habits that will make you more attractive and likable than ever. If you start doing these things, don't be surprised if people start coming to you to share and be with you. Leave a message. I'm ready to go on this path and become a better person. Take this journey with us and turn every problem into a chance and every mistake into a new step toward a peaceful and successful life. 1. Know the power of scarcity in Stoic thought. For Stoics, scarcity is not just a state of lack, but a source of value and appreciation. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus taught us that understanding and accepting scarcity is a key part of living a meaningful and worthwhile life. Jesus Christ also taught us this important lesson. Let's start by asking what makes something valuable. Its scarcity is often the answer. Seneca once said that a poor person is not one who doesn't have enough, but one who wants more. This quote really makes us think about how important it is to value what we have in life, not how much we have. Jesus also said, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." This means that we need to figure out what things around us are really worth and learn to value them. Love and care are a great example of the power of scarcity, because when they are scarce, we understand how valuable they are. Jesus' life and death showed that love is not only rare, but also priceless. He loved and sacrificed for all people, no conditions attached, making his love very valuable. Have you ever stopped to really appreciate what you have? Think about the times you spend with family, friends, and loved ones. If these times became scarce, you would realize how valuable they are. Often, we don't realize how valuable the things around us are until they become scarce or even disappear. It was also important to Epictetus that wealth doesn't mean having lots of things, but having few wants. This theory tells us to think again about our wants and needs. It says that we can find real peace and happiness when we stop wanting things all the time and focus on what we really need. Scarcity not only helps us appreciate the things we have, but it also makes us stronger and more resilient. When we know that precious things are hard to come by, we stop wasting time on unimportant things and start focusing on our core values. Are you ready to reevaluate and appreciate the precious things around you? Let Stoic philosophy and Jesus' teachings guide you and help you live a life full of meaning and peace. Have you ever wondered where true happiness comes from? In our quest for joy, we often wrongly believe that happiness lies in things that are outside. Greek philosopher Epictetus said that your happiness doesn't depend on what's outside of you, but on how you see it. Real happiness doesn't come from having a lot of money. In addition to fame or other people's attention, happiness is a state of thought that we can cultivate for ourselves. Develop your joy. The life of Jesus is a great example of inner peace. He didn't look for happiness in material things or in the praise of crowds. Instead, he found joy in serving others with love and compassion. His peace came from his unwavering faith in God and his higher mission. Like Jesus, we can find true happiness when we learn to accept and appreciate what we have and look for deeper meaning in life. Take a moment to ask yourself what really makes you happy. Is it fancy things? It's up to us how we react to the things going on around us. Instead of letting outside circumstances control our feelings, we can learn to change our mindset and find happiness within. For example, if you have a stressful and demanding day at work and come home feeling tired and down, you could choose to find joy in things outside of yourself, like going shopping or eating, but these pleasures last only a short time. Sit down, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Then, think about the good things in your life and what you are thankful for. Stoic philosophy says that one of the most important things is to be grateful. It's the simple times when we reconnect with ourselves and find inner peace that make us happy in the long run. Stoic philosophy says that this power lies within our minds. Remember that happiness is a journey we make ourselves, not a destination. Share your stories and thoughts in the comments about how you plan to find happiness today. Start with the little things, and you will see a big difference in your life. Next, let's talk about the third secret in our quest to find and conquer our best stability. Before we do that, I have a question for you. Have you ever been so stressed out that you couldn't think straight? This question leads us to talk about the third secret, which is learning to take a step back. Master the art of taking a step back. The Stoic philosophy, which has deep ideas about how to live, tells us that taking a step back can help us see things more clearly and act more wisely and completely. Jesus Christ taught us this lesson through his life and teachings. If you allow your heart to be open, you will see that taking a step back and being quiet can give you a lot of inner strength. When we are faced with problems or conflicts, if we act without giving them much thought, we are likely to make mistakes. But if we know how to take a step back, take a deep breath, and think about what is going on, we can see it from different points of view and make better decisions. In a lot of tough situations, Jesus showed us that taking a step back and pondering can help. A lot of the time, he went to quiet places to pray and think, asking the Father for advice. This helped him calm down and gave him more power and wisdom to deal with problems. Imagine you are in the middle of a heated fight. Instead of continuing to argue and letting your feelings take over, you decide to take a step back, be quiet, and think about what will happen. Stepping back is an important part of Stoic philosophy. By doing it, you might realize that the argument isn't worth getting angry over, or that there is a better way to solve the problem. Here's a question for you to think about. When was the last time you took a moment to think before reacting? What did you learn from that experience? It's not a sign of weakness or avoidance to take a step back. Instead, it shows that you are wise and determined. When we know how to step back, we can think more clearly, avoid letting our emotions get the best of us, and make better choices. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor and philosopher who was known for being calm, once said, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events." If you understand this, you will find strength. When we take a step back, we are practicing this power, the power to control our thoughts and actions, instead of letting outside events affect us. That's when we understand that every choice and action can come from a calm and smart place. Stoic philosophy and Jesus Christ's teachings both teach us how to take a step back. It helps us live more peacefully, wisely, and strongly. In the silence of the soul, we will hear the words of truth and wisdom, things that the noise of life often drowns out. In those times of silence, think about things and let peace and knowledge guide you. Remember that just as Jesus found strength and guidance in prayer, we can also find peace and clarity in silence. Don't be afraid to take a step back. Let your mind rest and think. Only then can we live a life full of wisdom, stability, and peace. So, embrace the practice of silence. When you're stressed or in a fight, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Do you feel the need to reply right away, sometimes with words you might later regret? After practicing the art of silence, we can control our speech, avoid pointless arguments, and keep our inner peace. In today's world of chaos and noise, silence seems like a luxury. But for Stoics, silence is not only the absence of outside noise, but also peace in the soul. The Stoic philosopher Epicurus once said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. The art of silence is a powerful tool that helps us find peace and learn more about ourselves and the world around us. Jesus' life is a great example of its power. He often spent time in silence, praying, reflecting, and asking God for help when he was facing big problems. When Jesus was condemned and tortured, he didn't scream or get angry. Instead, he kept quiet, showing a lot of patience and kindness. His silence wasn't a sign of weakness, but of strength that could handle any hardship. Here's a real-life example. Imagine you're on a bus, and the noise of people talking and the engine is making you feel tense and annoyed. Instead of letting the noise bother you, try learning the art of inner silence. Put on your headphones, play some soft music or a meditation track, and slowly focus on your breathing. Your mind will become calmer because it won't be disturbed by the noise around you. Silence is also a chance to connect with ourselves. When we're alone, we can think about our ideals, our goals, and our life. Some people say that silence is a part of wisdom, but not many people actually practice it. When we're quiet, we find clarity, which helps us make better decisions and live a more meaningful life. Remember that the art of silence is not about shutting down, but about choosing when to speak and when to be silent, just like Jesus did. In silence, we can find strength and peace. Do you want to push yourself and learn how to listen and understand better? Are you ready to practice the art of silence? Start with the little things in daily life, and you'll see a big difference in how you see the world and yourself. Before we get to lesson number 5, we want to thank you for watching and listening to half of this video. Every moment we have the chance to learn and grow, and your presence here watching and thinking with us is a huge gift that I cherish every minute. To help us share these valuable lessons with more people, please like and share this video. Each share is a small but meaningful action, just like lesson number 5. Don't forget that lesson number 5 is waiting for you in the next part. Let's explore and embrace these timeless pieces of advice together. Get in charge of your own place. Do you ever feel like you have no control over your life and everything is pushing you in the wrong direction? Stoic philosophy tells us that this is when we need to master our own space the most. This is not just a physical space, but also a mental and emotional space where we can find peace and balance. To master your own space, you must first be aware of the things that can affect you. Ask yourself, do you live in a place that makes you feel comfortable and happy? Do you take time every day to clean and care for your space? The answers to these questions will help you evaluate and change your living, working, and social situations. Jesus also taught people how to control their own mental and emotional space. He often went to quiet places to pray and think, asking the Father for guidance and peace. In the Bible, Jesus often went up a mountain or into the wilderness to pray, away from the noise and stress of the crowds. This is a great example of controlling your own space to stay calm and balanced. Imagine a small room that is carefully and neatly set up. This is the place you can go to when you need to relax and concentrate. This space not only keeps you away from outside noise and distractions, but it also helps you recharge your energy and find balance in your life. Making and keeping such a space is an important part of following the Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a great Stoic philosopher, is another example. Even though he lived in a fancy palace and had all the duties of a king, Marcus always tried to find time for himself to write in his diary and think about his book. His meditations show that he controlled his mental space so that he could learn and grow. Have you ever tried to make a place for yourself to relax and think? If not, start today. It could be a small corner of your house, a quiet park, or even just a few minutes of silence every morning. This will not only help you feel better, but it will also make you more confident and strong in life. Mastering your own space is a process that not only helps you stay calm and balanced, but it also helps you grow and get better at what you do. Let the ideas of the Stoics and Jesus help you find peace and power inside yourself. Are you ready to take control of your life and live a meaningful one? Life. Leave a comment if you're ready to show that you're ready to change. And let's talk about how we can use Stoic philosophy to create our own personal space. Remember that in every challenge, there is a chance for those who know how to seize it. Number 6. Find and live your true self in a world full of chaos and stress. Becoming your most authentic self is a difficult but very worthwhile journey. Being authentic not only helps you live a meaningful life, but it also earns you respect and love from others. Consider Jesus' life a model of truth and purity, because he always stuck to his mission and values, no matter what. Jesus never changed to please other people. He stayed true to truth and love. His unwavering commitment and honesty are an inspiration to us all. To become your most authentic self, ask yourself, what are my core values? What gives my life meaning is what the great Stoic philosopher says. Don't waste time living someone else's life. Be true to yourself. This means recognizing and embracing your values and goals without letting societal expectations or other people's opinions change you. For example, if you work in a place that doesn't support your values and goals, you may feel pressured to adapt and change to fit in. Instead of losing yourself, stop and ask yourself, what do I really want? Am I living by my values? Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said that being true to oneself is the most honorable thing a person can do. Remember that becoming your most authentic self isn't easy. You have to be brave to face the truth and determined to live by it. Like Jesus, you will face challenges and pressures, but being honest and trustworthy will help you get through them all. Are you ready to find your true self? Spend some time thinking about your core values and goals. Pay attention to the voice in your heart and don't be afraid to stand up for what's right. When you live honestly, you'll find real freedom and happiness. You can never stop learning about yourself and growing as you try to become your truest self. Don't forget that you're not on this trip by yourself. Jesus and the Stoic philosophers taught us important lessons about being honest and brave. Let these lessons help you become your true self as you explore the deep knowledge of Stoicism. I am deeply impressed by the teachings of one of the famous Stoic philosophers, Seneca. We don't dare because things are hard, not because they are hard. We don't dare because they are hard. This quote takes us to a basic Stoicism practice that is also the last key to becoming very wise. Number 7, make a promise to keep growing and getting better. Acceptance and encouraging growth are two things that Jesus Christ did very well. Like everyone else, he learned from his mistakes and always tried to make the lives of those around him better. Everything he taught and did was meant to help people grow spiritually and morally. Jesus always told people to get better and live in love and justice. His constant growth is an endless source of motivation for us. Ask yourself if you're looking for ways to grow or if you're just stuck in your comfort zone. The things we fear the most are often the ones we need to do in order to grow. Sometimes we have to face our fears and problems in order to grow, but it's these problems that make us better and help us grow. Think about a situation from your daily life. You may have a safe job, but not be happy with it. You may want to learn new skills or even switch careers, but you're afraid of failing. Instead of letting fear stop you, you should see the chance to learn and grow. Take small steps to grow, like taking online classes, reading books, or joining professional groups. Every step, no matter how small, counts toward your journey of continuous development. To embrace growth and continuous development, you need to learn from both wins and failures. Failure is just a chance to start over and do things smarter. In fact, failure is an important part of the growth process because it helps us learn lessons and get better. Jesus also faced big problems in his life, but his faith in his mission and his patience helped him get through them all. He became an inspiration to millions of people through his sacrifice and unwavering love. He taught us about the power of persistence and courage in the pursuit of constant growth. Are you ready to accept change and ongoing development? Stoic thought and Jesus both say that you should push yourself, face your fears, and take every chance to learn. They say that constant growth not only helps you become the best version of yourself, but it also brings true peace and happiness. Making growth an important part of your life will make it richer and more meaningful than ever. This is the secret of Stoicism to becoming someone that everyone wants to be around. Remember that happiness and attraction don't come from things on the outside, but from inner peace and being yourself. You can create your happiness by learning how to deal with scarcity, by taking a step back when you need to, practicing silence, taking charge of your living space, being true to yourself, and always growing. You will not only find peace in your soul, but you will also become someone that others admire and respect. Be brave to face yourself, know your true worth, and keep growing, just like Jesus taught us about love and persistence. Some ideas from Stoic philosophy say that our minds and hearts are where our true strength lies. If you start to notice that people are drawn to the peace and honesty you exude, don't be surprised. Start today to find joy in every moment, listen to your heart, and live true to the values you hold dear. Life is a journey, and each step in the right direction brings you closer to the best version of yourself. Let the light of Stoic philosophy guide you, and you will see yourself become someone everyone wants to be around. Good luck on your journey to happiness and inner peace. Believe in yourself and stay true to your values, and you will live a meaningful and joyful life. Share the video with your friends and family, and leave a message with your thoughts to help spread the good ideas of Stoicism. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos about Stoicism and self-improvement. Click the bell button to get updates when we post new videos. We always have useful and interesting content for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next videos.